You think you can make a fool out of me, do you? Come on, let's go. Beat it. You're just a little kid, and you're trying to fool me. Huh? Go on.
You don't believe me? You're an idiot. You don't know anything, only how to sleep. There was a dead man in there. I saw him. Ah!
That's trash.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of That's Cool, That's Trash, the podcast where we watch a psychotronic movie online, then get together on Skype to break down the crazy. I'm Matt Howell.
I'm Scott.
And it's just the two of us tonight, and we're going to be talking about a classic of Asian cinema from the mid-'80s. I think you've all probably seen it. It's called The Lucky Seven. It was released here anyway in 1986.
It should have been called The Lucky One, because I gotta watch it this week.
That's true. I'm not feeling lucky because I saw it like kind of twice.
Kind of twice.
Well, I watched it once and I listened to it twice while I was making clips. So
fair enough.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this film was picked up by a Western distributor because of the success of Goonies.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
And maybe a couple other films, but Goonies definitely.
Yeah, Goonies and like old Three Stooges movies.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a love letter to the Marx Brothers and
sort of.
I mean,
this is an '80s movie that probably has more in common with like a old Our Gang shorts than anything.
Yeah, I would say that. Before we dig into the puddle shallow plot, let's do in a word.
Awesome. Oh, that's actually Japanese. Damn it. I don't know what you add to the end of a Chinese if you're speaking in Chinese to the end of a awesome. It's not O though, but I'm gonna go with awesome-o anyway.
Okay. I'm going to go with grading.
I knew that! That's so funny! I was seriously thinking, in my head, I'm projecting, he's going to say grading. He's going to say grading. And you said grading. That was amazing. Wow. I called that.
Okay.
I actually, as soon as this movie started, I figured that would probably be your word, though.
So, since you picked this, Scott, just do a real brief, kind of like how it came under your radar and why you picked it. Why you thought it'd be a good pick for this show. Well,
this is one of those kind of like a game I like to play, and I highly recommend all our listeners play it. Is the game of YouTube roulette, where you just kind of start throwing words together and see what happens. Throw something film, and I'm not really sure how this came up. I just started clicking through links to links to links, and this randomly came up attached to, I want to say, the movie that I found that is, for whatever reason, the movie The Pit that we're going to do in the future shortly, I believe.
Yes.
This was a recommendation off of that once for some reason.
Well, there's also some memory involved in your browser. So when you go to YouTube and watch stuff, like, it's remembering things. So there's tertiary and there's kind of crazy math going on. So it's not necessarily that you were looking at The Pit. It's gleaning from stuff you've looked for that you probably like this.
Right. That's why doesn't matter what I search, it always comes up with Kung Fu movies and Emmanuel series.
Well, that's because you're probably searching stroke flicks or something. So that explains Emmanuel.
Yeah, there we go.
So here's my theory. This is why I think you like this movie, Scott. And this is because I know you. You have a sister that spent much of her adult time in Japan.
That is true.
And she would record some Chinese kung fu movies for you.
Japanese, but yeah, kung fu, whatever.
Sammo Hung.
Oh, that's right. It was Jackie Chan was big, and she did.
That's Hong Kong.
You're right. No, you're remembering correctly. I was thinking more along the lines of just whatever the
Oh no,
Japanese
no, no!
game
I'm sorry. No,
shows and
I
all
was
that
being
crap.
more specific about like Project A
Yes, no, she
and
introduced me to Jackie Chan.
Wheels
Yes,
on Meals,
yeah,
stuff like that. So like she would send you these tapes from
yeah.
Japan.
Nobody had heard of him. Like, well, some people had, but kids hadn't.
Right. So you had these tapes that were from Hong Kong that were dubbed into Japanese and recorded on VHS and sent to you in the States, and we would watch them in this small, crappy coastal town.
Yep.
So I think that you have an affinity for this because you just were exposed to the wackiness.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of wackiness in a lot of the Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and it does hit a touch of like soft spot. It's right up my alley. There's some definite nostalgia for anything that looks like kung fu, bad dubbing, and early '80s. So, and there's a special sort of look that these movies and feel that these movies had back then. And this one falls right in line. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of these sort of movies online, but this one was just, I think the Goonies thing too. That's such a touchstone that it has this sort of. It's not really Goonies, so just don't get your hopes up out there, listeners.
Yeah, very broad strokes.
Very
like
broad.
A group of kids that seem to be very capable of handling a situation that they're out of their depth in. That's a very awkward sentence, but
Yeah,
that's the connective tissue here.
that's the connective tissue. Yep, group of kids. Though these kids, to say that they're paper thin characters is generous. They are their outfits, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it's like House or Hausu, where it's like, well, her name is Kung Fu, and like her name's Brains, and her name's like, well, you know, the filmmakers are very aware, like we're doing a postmodern kind of take on character types.
I was wondering if that's it, or if the translation was just like let's be very explicit to the Americans. So because one of the main characters, my favorite character of the movie, well, it's a toss up between brother and dummy.
So the one that I would venture to say is the Sean Astin character of the whole group, his analog. I don't want to stretch this too thin, but he appears to. I've only watched this once. I think he spends time in the States, and so he comes back and tells the kids, like, in the States they call me Rambo, and the kids don't buy that in the beginning. Like, no, we're not calling you Rambo. And he's like, all right, then call me Rocky. So they'll call him Rocky until the very end of the film, and they'll say goodbye, and he's like, I'm Rambo again.
That's about all you get too.
So I'm going to give you the honor of describing this film super briefly, because the plot is Scooby-Doo-ish.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo-ish. I actually, to tell you that I know exactly what's going on would be, there's a group of children who there's some long montages of, and they all wear very specific suits and have very specific names. And they do very kooky kung fu, and they freeze, and it's all choreographed rather poorly, and very strange characters. And there's a murder in a diamond that I'm unclear on exactly what the importance of is. But then there's a group of like kind of Bond villains with their two like bumbling villain, comic relief villains, and everything is so broad, and the kids fight this gang, and there's a woman named what's her name? Molly. What's her name? She has a big mole.
Morning flower mole or something. I can't remember what the hell it was.
And
but it's not a woman.
Oh no, she is. She's the kung fu chick. That's her. She's got the mole on her leg.
Oh, I thought you meant the one the chauffeur dressed up like her and.
Oh, isn't that the chauffeur dresses up like, yes, there's cross dressing, very odd, and so the kids get the diamond after one of the girl's uncle is murdered in front of her eyes, which she's not terribly upset about.
I don't think she has any connection to him at all.
She calls him uncle.
Oh, I thought it was just some kind of weird like mistranslation of like a general honorific like.
Oh, you're probably right. That would make much more sense.
My issue with it was like I had no idea like why did these where did the diamond come from? Like these kids all meet up. They have the girl in the group is rich. She has a chauffeur that drives her around. She has no parents to speak of, so apparently it's a Disney film.
No parents.
They all hang out together, these other 6 kids and her, and they decide to eat in this restaurant in this hotel.
Oh, swanky.
So at another table, a transaction is going down with people exchanging money for a diamond.
In the middle of I think this was like Temple of Doom must have come out.
And nothing. There's no like. I think it was just a translation issue. Like, I bet there was some backstory explained there, exposition that they didn't bother to translate or to convey to us. But at any rate,
I think that's generous, but maybe
the diamond gets all mixed up. It's a kooky mix up of shit.
Yeah,
and then a bunch of kooky shit happens and a bunch of fights.
A bunch of and then that's pretty much it.
And they steal some music.
They steal a ton of music, and the best. That's one of the things that I'll touch on really quickly is that the music, which I'm sure we'll get into, some of it is just like you start to hear a song and you're like, oh, here comes Like a Virgin, and then it goes off the rails. And then there's occasional song that they just sing.
So Scott, you know me.
Yeah,
you've done this show with me for a while.
Yeah,
and you know that bad music, particularly in 80s stuff, sets me off.
Oh, I'm sure that this was right up your alley.
In this, the music was actually the saving grace of the entire thing for me.
Okay, I could see that.
I totally dug the music.
That's awesome.
I don't know if that's weird or not, but
maybe because you hate this kind of music so much, and that they gotta randomly butcher. Not even butcher. It's not even butchering. It's this really obtuse way of stealing music that I kind of have to slow clap for them while doing it. Kudos. I thought I was going to hear Madonna, but it's the music though. That's I'm glad that you loved it.
So first of all, can we talk about like some of the gang of 7?
Yeah, please. Let's do it.
So let's talk about the types because they're just types, as we mentioned. Yeah. Who is the Mario? There's like someone dressed like Mario before Super Mario came out. Is he the fat kid?
I believe so. Wait, yeah, I think that must have been. Yeah, he was dressed as Mario. I knew it, but it didn't really register with me until you just said it. I mean, I did because they were all dressed as something. There's a ninja.
So Rocky is in camo.
Because he's Rambo. But
well, he's Rambo. Yeah,
he's Sylvester Stallone.
The rich girl's dressed like a rich girl.
Right. Oh, is that why they were eating in the fancy restaurant? Because she's rich, and are they orphans?
It doesn't matter because you don't know.
Right. It doesn't matter because you're watching it.
It's the same way. Like you don't need to worry about like who Alfalfa's parents are because once you start pulling at that thread.
Right. The rest of them were all street kids, though. Alfalfa was the only one who had a suit. Right.
Right. Yeah. So,
oh man.
Speaking of like the broad strokes of characterization here, here's one of the group that they call Fatty. Let's like the first time we meet him, he's hungry when they all meet up in the hotel room of the rich girl. So let's get a little listen.
My belly really hurts. Oh, not that one again. Fatty, we've heard it all before. You're just greedy, and you never stop eating. You'll get so fat you'll burst. Mm-mm. You're just gross. It's all right. I'm not really that bad. Hey, where are we going for lunch? Ladies first. You choose. Gee, I don't really mind where. Oh, my God. Oh. Girls are just disgusting and pathetic. I want to go to the street stools. They're cheap and real delicious. Well, you go then. I'm not coming. I vote we go to a restaurant. What? Are you serious about that?
So it was at this point in the film where I was cursing your name and saying I hate Scott so much.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I
Are you serious about that?
I just love the I love the dubbing. I love the dubbing. I because this is obviously not a bunch of kids doing this dubbing. It's a bunch of women trying to sound like children. I think it might just be one person just
Yeah, it's just
overdubbing.
yeah,
It's
it's just the gal that's Pikachu, just doing all the voices.
yeah, but eating disorders are funny.
So there's some liberal borrowing of music that is copyrighted. The kids go down to the restaurant, they're eating, and then this jewel exchange thing happens, and a fight breaks out, and we hear a familiar in the West, a familiar song. After this.
I'm sorry. It's not what you think, truly.
Oh, really? Well, neither is this.
Oh, no! What?
Look at my snake, it's good! What are you doing in here? I told you to wait!
It's not my fault. It's all a mistake.
John Carpenter, I would
Yeah.
suggest you speak to your attorneys.
Or here's my question: is though were they ripping off John Carpenter or Depeche Mode?
I
Who
don't
ripped
know.
off who?
Yes. Good question.
Oh man, yeah, that's great. I was thinking, like, this is the sound of somebody being murdered, but that's not going to happen in this. Well, then actually somebody was murdered, but that's neither here nor there. Not when it comes to that music. That was very odd choice of music for the kung fu scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this film is, you kind of got a taste of what's going on here at this point. Like this is,
You know as much as we do about what's going on.
these kids see someone killed over this diamond. They decide to get the diamond back to its rightful owner, and they try and find her, and that's the movie. So we have tons of clips of enjoying the weirdness, but let's talk about my main issue with the film,
Okay.
which we've touched on earlier, but comedy is a very special thing. I like my comedy to be funny. I'm really particular about it. So I'm not a big fan of like broad comedy. I'm not saying that I can't enjoy some broad comedy from now, time to time, but
The
comedy that's stupid and broad and unrelenting.
Oh, totally.
Gets
I
on my
hear
nerves.
you. Oh, absolutely. But there's a certain point where broad comedy is so broad, where I generally agree with you that it goes from being broad to almost being a parody of itself, of being broad. It's or more like, this is not funny and it's not going to make me laugh, but it's so not funny consistently and for so long.
Like SNL. Like SNL over the last 20 years.
No, yeah, well,
Or 15 years.
Oh man.
Or The Simpsons over the last 15 years.
Yeah, but even those two, they let up. You got breaks from it. It isn't. It's not this constant push of insanity that eventually just tickles me.
So
This tickled me from the beginning, though. So this was actually.
So this is a double whammy for you because it's dubbed ridiculously
ridiculously.
and it's broad comedy. So again, this is kind of like what I was saying in the beginning. Like it's harkening back to some of your weak points. Your Achilles heel.
Totally, absolutely. But it's when we say broad, it is so like ridiculously like broad, so insanely broad, like that it's a caricature of what it means to do something like over the top.
Right? Yeah. Like I mean, I grew up watching silent comedy with my dad on reel-to-reel films. So
Yeah.
I grew up on Chaplin and Buster Keaton and Laurel and Hardy. So those to me are like the touchstones of funniness. And as I got older, I got into like W.C. Fields and the Marx Brothers, also geniuses. They're not in here, and nothing relating to them is in here. I think that these guys would be lucky if Benny Hill would tip his hat to them walking down the street. Like I don't even know. I don't even know like where to go like comedically like where this thing is.
Oh man, that's I mean that's telling. I think that's perfect. Benny Hill is a perfect example of something that's so broad and unfunny that it's kind of funny. It's actually
right.
Makes me just laugh my ass off because it's so not funny in the way that it's trying to be.
Right, and I feel like kind of like I don't want to shit on it like in a way that's like, well, it's a kid's comedy. Like, why are you being so whatever about it? But it's like I can be a kid. Trust me, I can. Like when there's childish humor, I'm there with my daughter, my 7-year-old, laughing. Like,
absolutely,
it's not a matter of like not being able to get in that kid mindset. This is just bad comedy.
It's bad comedy, though. It's so bad that it tickled me. And there's a few parts that go okay, but like you said, it's a kids movie, and if I was a kid watching this, would I enjoy this? If honestly, I probably would have, except for the kung fu is terrible.
What if you had a brain fever?
I would definitely enjoy it a lot more. I would assume that I probably had some sort of brain fever if I was seeking this out to begin with.
So I'm curious here. So I thought one of the few redeeming qualities of this film was some of the kung fu, even though
I enjoyed
the dubbing is terrible and the sound effects or the gaffing or whatever is poor. But like I thought some of the actual athletics were pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. There's some stuff, and these are little kids, and they're fairly athletic. But for me, the actual, as much as I enjoyed that, the sweet spot was the attempt at comedy that was terrible, that I really enjoyed, and the broad caricatures and the horribly offensive things that they kept saying, but in this very innocent way because they're children, and it was a different time, and it was a really different country, so
yeah, it doesn't get more different from America than China at this time. So. One of the sore spots for me, and I think he represents my whole issue with the film, is the character of the rich girl's chauffeur, who his job is to protect her.
Brother.
No matter what happens. And he is put in this awkward situation to try and hide and shadow and follow along and keep tabs on her, even though they're trying to ditch him. Those comedic situations to me were like painful.
Oh yeah, I loved them. They were painful. They were great. I love bad humor. So let's hear it. Yeah, you got some clips?
So I do have one. Before we get to your precious Gaddafi clip, I'm going to play the one where he's I don't know. They're in a plaza and he somehow encounters one of the kids is rude to this woman or her kid, and
this is just random. A couple Americans.
Yeah, there's some American women here that are not pleased with him. They assume he's the father, I think.
You! How come your son behaves so badly? Why don't you discipline him? Are you retarded? What's so funny about your son sticking his hand up my daughter's skirt?
You don't understand. It's not my responsibility.
A father's always responsible for his child behavior.
Yes, I agree. It is his father's fault.
What is so funny?
Your tits. You got no bra.
So I know, I was watching this thinking, I know Scott's making ringtones out of every goddamn other line in this movie. And I was just banging my head on the table.
Oh my gosh. Well, that whole exchange is just so... no reason to be there, and so offensive and so hilarious. It's not offensive to me. I don't get offended. I'm not offended by somebody throwing the word retard out there. You have to, I mean, it exists, and in the 80s, it was just something everyone said. So everyone can get over it and don't, Facebook doesn't need to get on fire for this or whatever happens. Because I enjoy somebody saying retarded in an 80s movie. That's just hilarious. And if the exchange and this American woman's face and her reaction, it doesn't make any sense. There's no context for it. It's strange to be making a tits joke in a young children's movie. I thoroughly enjoyed the exchange.
Yeah. Immediately following this is this scene where they encounter this girls' class where they explain how women can protect themselves. I just want to play this real quick.
Good afternoon, ladies. Our topic today is dealing with overamorous men. It's basically a sickness, and not too serious. It's quite simple. Now, to handle a man with this condition, there are just a few things that you have to remember. Now, the first of these is to show no signs of panic. Act very calmly so he doesn't panic.
How can we tell if a man's a wolf?
Aha! Excellent question. Let me explain to you. They're easily distinguishable by their clothes. They always wear a huge full-length coat. They don't want to be seen. And they wear dark glasses and a very big hat for the same reason. And they have a particularly musty smell as well, smelling very much like rotting fish.
Semen.
Yes, oh my gosh. This is so hilarious. What are they talking about?
So I can't place that music, but I know that music. That's also stolen from something like some Looney Tunes thing or something. I don't know what it is, but
it's very familiar. Yeah. But the subject matter. Here's ladies. Don't make your rapist nervous. Don't do it.
So here's the clip that you really wanted to hear, Scott.
Oh, well, hold on. These are the villains.
Yes.
And these villains, they are an interesting crew. There's the eye-patched Bond villain who talks. I can't even quite describe what he sounds more like a cartoon, like a caricature of a cartoon. There's the cool dude, and then there's Dummy, and what's the big guy's name? I can't remember.
I want to say Ox because that's every other big guy's name, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that. But that Dummy is my favorite character of the entire movie.
Dummy and Lump.
Dummy and Lump. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so let's hear them talk a little bit.
Politics.
It's like this. America has Reagan, and Libya has Gaddafi. Gaddafi's pushing Reagan, and so Reagan is sending in the military to bomb Libya. Now Gaddafi's accusing Reagan of murdering his people.
Mothering?
Business has been very bad since that subway thing, especially on Sundays and public holidays. They're both quite useless. Some people are real troublemakers. Of course, we wouldn't do anything like that. We're always completely honest in our dealings. You see, I am and always will be.
A nobody. Nobody at all.
So what? I used a slug.
No, sir, 2 slugs.
Boss, you've seen the Kung Fu kids and they're real tough. Well, these days there is an even tougher bunch of kids, and that's the 7 Lucky Stars gang. They're really smart, and they're really fantastic at Kung Fu tricks, especially disappearing.
Now, where do the Kung Fu kids come into the whole Oliver North scandal? Because I think I got a little bit more of understanding of the whole Libya situation now, though.
Right. Well, yeah, you weren't paying attention, I don't think.
Oh, man, I love that. Murdering. Or however it was. Good Lord. Oh, Dummy.
So, Dummy, let me play a little Dummy. Again, this is like, Benny Hill is... This is so sub everything that it's just painful.
What was that? Question him. Ask the kid where he's hidden the diamond. Where is it? Oh, don't ask me. Ask him. Where's the diamond? For God's sake, Dummy, ask him. Where's the diamond? That's right. Huh? Dummy? Did he tell you? Yes, he whispered something in your ear, Dummy. Ah.
Now!
Well,
This tickles me.
I must admit that is mildly amusing.
The exchange, this guy, Dummy, his face, he sells it so perfectly for me. He does. I really enjoyed the character of Dummy. He was kind of the sloth of the movie.
Yes. So can I play my favorite part?
He was the sloth of the movie.
Yes, because I mean he literally fulfills that function. He befriends the heroes.
Right.
He's not a bad guy, but yeah, totally.
Yeah, and he loses his family.
He's not really a Fratelli. He's a Goonie.
He's a Goonie, yeah, and then basically, he's, what is going to happen to me? Except for that, it's really sad. He's like, my brother is dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was a whole weird like. Oh, now what does happen to this person?
Well,
I guess he's going to go live with the Goonies. I
yeah,
hope.
it's like flowers for Algernon. Who knows?
Oh man, I found it a little sad.
So can I do my favorite part now?
Oh please, yes.
Okay, so, the music at one point when they start breakdancing gets pretty. It's pretty badass.
You bet!
It's got a little Huey Lewis Power of Love ripoff mixed with
Little Quincy Jones kind of thing going on.
Yeah, and then a little oh, here, let me blow your mind here. I'm gonna pull this out. I'm not gonna be able to pull it out. Dang it.
Zipper stuck.
The Ferris Bueller song. You know.
What?
It has that weird just a bunch of random kind of crap thrown in. You know.
Do it.
Yeah. Where they there was a kind of. What the hell was that?
We bought a sampler. Is what
we bought a sampler. We're gonna bow bow. Chicka.
Right.
Oh man, classic. Yeah, that's great music. That's fantastic. And the breakdancing was also spectacular.
So, what do you think about this music?
That's awesome. Stevie Wonder must be rolling in his grave? That isn't right.
But I like how it was like Stevie Wonder covered by Granddaddy or something.
Yeah, totally. Oh my god. It was Stevie. That's amazing.
So speaking of how like Dummy is the sloth of this thing and like how he is attached to this kid, right? Like he basically says like teach me everything.
Yes.
And there's this weird, I know this is one of those cases of like it doesn't translate because of cultural things, and it's not fair to pick on it, but I'd have to play this quick clip.
Oh, please.
Rocky, will you teach me, please?
Teach you?
What's the meaning of life?
Well, I don't know. Why were you born at all? Why were you born at all? Yeah.
He's no bloody use to anyone. He's no bloody...
I thought that was one of the weirdest moments of the entire film. Like, why were you born at all?
I know. I have this real affinity for Dummy. I feel so bad for him. I just want him to. I want some. You know. I want to know he's going to be okay. Well, I want to know he's going to be okay.
Okay.
I feel like he would wander out outside and die of exposure, without the children's help or something. But at the end of the movie,
like he's looking for the Fargo money.
Exactly.
Do you still have the music queued up? So the kids, when they are gonna do something together, they have like a ready, set, hike thing they do.
Oh yeah.
And the theme song.
Oh yeah.
7 lucky kids! We're the toughest! We're the best! Ah!
Can I kind of play the outro version of that before we move on to talking about whether this is good or not?
Sure.
Okay.
What are you doing? Where's the diamond?
I'm very sorry. We forgot it.
Goddamn kids.
No way. 7 lucky kids.
Goddamn 7 lucky kids. You won't leave here alive if you don't give me that diamond. You got that? Get him!
Yes!
I just like that in this kids movie they're saying goddamn,
Yeah.
goddamn these kids, blah, 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 blah.
I feel like that there is definitely something lost in translation going on with this movie, or we're just culturally very, very different.
It might be that.
It's like, but then again, it's the 80s, and I look back at movies that I watched, from our childhood, like Goonies, and they say shit in the movies that they would never be able to say now. There wouldn't be a line with mouth sticking his tongue through the painting going, look at her tits, and they just wouldn't do this sort of like crude, let's make
Not
fun of the
Spy
fat
Kids.
kid. Yeah, truffle shuffle, I mean.
That's true.
You just wouldn't. You don't get that stuff. I mean, they're gonna call someone retarded. They're gonna, call someone a fag. Or they're gonna do that kind of stuff, and that's just the times. It seems. Well, they didn't have a lot of rape, sort of like rape kit stuff going on, but like they didn't here's how to deal with somebody who smells like semen. That didn't come up that often. Maybe in our gang, but that's even further back.
Okay. Yeah. It's a musty smell. It's like seaweed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was a different time.
And a different country.
Different country. And yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's interesting.
So on to the conundrum.
The conundrum. There's no conundrum for me.
Okay.
This was just. I think I summed it up pretty. So are we on to the judgment? Are you're ready? Matt. This was definitely. I knew this would be a difficult one for him. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I love this movie. I got a question for you though.
Yeah, sure.
Is this psychotronic?
Yes.
Yeah, I think yeah.
It's a genre film. It fits several different genres, but yeah, I think most genre films kind of fall under psychotronic, especially if they're imports.
Yeah, comedies are hard to fit in. I mean, like how often?
Yeah, comedies are hard to do, but
I think
this is a kung fu movie. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I'm gonna say it's psychotronic.
Go ahead.
No, if it weren't like dubbed or something, if it was a domestic, no, it's actually so bad it would
I think so. Yeah.
It's an odd turd, and
It's an odd turd.
It would be psychotronic no matter where you were from. It's a weird little thing. I mean, I guess the question is like, would you put Goonies in psychotronic?
Yeah. See, that's a different thing. I mean, almost, except for it's good. It's too good.
Right.
I mean, if it would have been, that movie could have been a complete disaster. Goonies could have been an absolute train wreck. I remember seeing early footage of the movie, and like nobody believed me. And I even saw a magazine when I was a kid where they had a picture. There's a big scene, like huge, one of the big set pieces that was cut out of the movie, where they fight at the pirate ship. They fight a giant octopus, and They filmed it. It was huge, and they cut it out right before it was released, and it was like the set piece for the movie. The fight apparently at the end with the Fratellis was actually a little bit less.
Huh.
And but that would have broken the movie. It may not have ruined it completely, but it would have, whatever little bit of reality they had created, like it would have been shattered right there.
Right.
It was already like pushed everything to the suspension of disbelief where you were transported with the kids, but it was so dumb that would have just, I think that would have actually broken the movie. And it could have been really bad. It could have been Psychotronic. It could have been a flop. I think things were just went a little bit differently.
The primary difference to me is moments where, like, Mouth could be a 2D character.
Oh yeah.
Except in the wishing well scene, he's not. Everyone in that film becomes a fully fleshed out, realized character outside of their little roles because the writers took care.
Yeah, they did. You would have hated Mouth, except for by the end of the movie you didn't.
So this film didn't have that, and I don't know how much of that's translation or not. I have the feeling, my gut says that's the movie.
That's the movie. I completely agree. I don't see that there could possibly be anything other outside of, because I mean they're very specific. Like this kid's got the ninja suit on. This kid's in Super Mario, and they're gonna have they're gonna do their exact. This is the fat kid.
You're
and
Daphne. You're Velma. You're Fred. Yep. It seemed like it's very thin.
Incredibly thin, and I really appreciate that. I personally, I love that because this movie, and for a comedy, like we were saying about Psychotronic, it's kind of hard because usually most Psychotronics have something, you're probably laughing at most of the time. Not the entire time, but there's something that's gone wrong.
House on Bear Mountain.
Right.
Which is hilarious.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lord. Oh.
Well, that's a comedy.
It is a comedy. That was a difficult movie. Oh man. But this movie tries so hard at its comedy that it should go to the unfunny, but it goes past it. It goes past Benny Hill. It goes past broad to being insanely broad to being just like yeah. You didn't play the cross-dresser, but that's okay. The cross-dresser. I'm okay with that. I really love the cross-dresser, Molly. But anyway, this movie, it's okay. It's Psychotronic. It's weird. And I guess I should just go to my judgment then and just call it. Okay, so my judgment is that this movie is without a doubt for me cool, very very cool, and highly recommended. Highly recommended. If you enjoyed bad dubbing at all and you're gonna love this, and just the broad and the character of Dummy is one of my favorite characters in any movie we've watched since we've. I mean, to say he's a character is literally that's all he is a character. So there's no depth, but it just.
Hamlet's a character.
Well, I really enjoyed the character. I actually felt more emotional.
You mean caricature?
Caricature. I actually felt more emotional connection and wanting for his well-being than any character in any movie we've watched.
Really?
I did. I there's something that just speaks to me, and I don't know why that is.
Even the guy from the two-headed transplant. The big dumb guy.
Oh, yeah, way more. There's an innocent quality to this idiot that's just hilariously, like, sad and believable.
Even the dwarf from Simple Dwarf.
Oh, my God. Oh my God! What was his name?
Tobin or something.
Tobin. Introducing him. They should introduce Dummy. That's what this movie should have started with. Introducing Dummy.
Okay, so it's a resounding
cool
from you.
Yes. How about you?
I've been thinking about this for about 5 days.
Wow.
As much as it irritates me, I kind of had a good time watching it.
All right.
So I'm going to give it a very tepid cool.
Crowd goes wild. Yeah, I'll take that. That's great.
You're bored, you don't have to watch, pull it up on YouTube. crack a beer, laugh at the dubbing. It's worth a watch.
I think this is one that you can put it on with your kids if you get kids and they're around.
Yeah,
and you can shock them a little bit.
They love tit jokes.
Yeah, obviously. And you can kind of like make them. They'll be like, "What the hell?" And they'll be unsure if they should repeat what they just heard. And you'll confuse them, and they'll be like not sure if they should be watching it, but it's totally harmless.
Did you show your boys?
No, but I'm totally going to.
Okay. I expect a report in the future about how that went.
I'm just hope they don't call anyone a retard afterwards or something like that. But it's worth the risk in my book.
Oy.
And hopefully there's not a lot of talk about trench coat people too. But whatever.
Right.
That'll make them think.
So technically we don't need an antidote, but if you have one, you're welcome to offer it.
Well, actually, I don't have an antidote, but you could watch the Kung Fu Kids, which they actually name drop in the movie, and I didn't even catch that until we were watching it, or we're listening to it just now. Which maybe it's some sort of a series that must have happened. But I was watching the movie. I watched that a bit of that one on YouTube as well, and that is even. Well, if you enjoy the Lucky Seven, you'll enjoy Kung Fu Kids as well. It's also just as terrible and exactly the same, but only 3 of them. And the fat one picks their butt a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I read a bit about the Kung Fu Kids online, so I didn't watch any of it, but sure, let's second that.
Awesome,
Right
awesome.
On.
Oh,
so this is kind of a Scott-centric episode. You need to talk a little bit about your campaign to increase the Halloween.
Yes. So this is something that, this goes back to my family celebrating Christmas when my sister would visit from Japan in the summer growing up. We'd have Christmas in July, which is basically the opposite of, the 6 month apart from Christmas. But why isn't in people, it's a thing now, or Christmas in August or whatever. Halloween in April, or is it? Yeah, that's right. Halloween in April, which is the 6 month anniversary. This should be a thing.
Why is this not a thing yet?
Why is this not a thing? Halloween is the second most popular holiday, and that's really, come on, it's the most popular holiday if you actually look around at people.
If you're interesting.
If you're interesting, and if you count just by dollars, of course, Christmas wins. But Halloween's second, and you're not buying presents for anyone, so that says something. We need to have start. Well, the idea is hopefully we can somehow get it to catch on, and adults will start trick-or-treating and confusing people by dressing up and going out to bars and asking for candy or drinks or whatever. And we're going to celebrate Halloween in April this year.
Yes, we are. But can I also mention that we're going to start a hashtag that is #Halloween in April. Halloween in April. Okay? So start using that. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
Let's do this.
So the 31st, we're going to do our recording. Oh, anyway, so our next episode is going to be themed essentially on Halloween. We're going to do the movie The Pit. And it is perfect Halloween. So it's starting to feel spooky this time of year right after spring break.
Yeah, it's creepy.
It's super creepy. Things are blooming and everything's wet.
Yeah, it's all like body horror for Earth.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Halloween in April.
So we'll be watching The Pit. And you guys can watch this on YouTube. It's The Pit from 1981. If you just search that on YouTube, you'll find the whole film. But here's a little taste.
It's here. Right here. Hello? I brought Sandy to see you. This is Sandy. You see, there's 4 of them in there. I told you.
I can't see anything. It's just a big hole.
No, come here. Come here, come on. No, no.
They're pigs. They're pigs or warthogs or something. They fell in or the ground collapsed or something.
No.
Let's go.
No, they're trollocs. I read about them in a book. They're from prehistoric times.
Jamie, that's the...
You can see them. You can see them. You see, I told you, I'm not crazy. You can see them.
Jamie? Jamie? If these things are even remotely like what you think they are, well, then no living
have you
person has
caught
ever
more
seen them
Steven
except you and
Universe?
me.
No.
You should. Have you seen Uncle Grandpa?
No.
My kids love it. I do not love it. But there's a crossover. Uncle Grandpa, some weird space. Oh, let's finish the show. Sorry, the clip's over.
Yeah.
I was just commenting that it sounded like Steven Universe. So.
Yeah. So join us for the Steven Universe, The Pit.
It's awesome.
So
no, it's
my understanding of this film, I've never seen this. I've read that it's kind of like the anti. So in the 70s there was The Omen, the Bad Seed, all of the kind of like bad kid movies, and this is kind of the weird answer to that.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'll give it that. But
like it starts off as an anti-bullying kind of thing, and then it just goes off the rails.
Yeah. It's good. But the reason that this was picked for the Halloween episode is it starts on Halloween, and it's great throwback to the classic. What I think of as Halloween. Everyone out there will enjoy this. And if you're just getting the Halloween spirit, get the decorations out, go carve a pumpkin. I'm totally put out a jack-o'-lantern.
I'm going to
freak your neighbors out.
And I'm doing this hashtag, man.
Yeah, that's it. It's going out.
Halloween
31st. Let's see how many people we can get pumpkins. How many pumpkins we can get out here?
Yes, take pictures. Post those with the hashtag.
It's gonna be weird. I love it.
Pumping this.
Yes.
All right, so we'll work on that. And everybody out there, thanks for putting up with Lucky 7 and put up with Scott's Choice. I mean, Scott.
Yay!
And join us like in a week or so for The Pit and Halloween in April. Scott, thank you for talking about this movie, and thanks for bringing it up to my in my radar, I guess.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so happy that we watched it.
So I'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely.
All right, for That's Cool, That's Trash, I'm Matt Howell.
I'm Scott.
And you folks out there, stay trashy.
That's cool. La 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 la. That's trash. La 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 la. That's cool. La 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 la. That's trash. That's trash.
It's garbage, folks.
Look, it's here. This is it.
One scene never forgotten. I am Ellen Chang, often known as Mole Blossom.
Oh, how come they call you Mole Blossom?
Well, it's very simple. Take a peep under my skirt.